Hello and welcome to Malvern Prep TV Studios presentation of Malvern Prep football. We got a great one today. I'm Tommy Odenog and this is my partner Dylan Colvin.
Tommy, when you think of Malvern sports and just their rival, you think of Haverford. You think of AJ Nikolic, putting the game winner. You think of Ryan Williams throwing an alley-oop. Maybe you think of Dylan Novak, bringing back the pick six last year. No matter what, someone today will put themselves in Malvern history books somehow.
And that's what you want when you come to Warren Ave, when you come to Malvern. You think of games like this against Interact rivals. Great environment, great atmosphere. They got a section, so do we. But the question is, who's going to step up? Are you going to lean on a guy like Zeke Bates, who stepped up in games such as Louisiana this year, or maybe guys like Cade Cooper, who's coming off a dominant performance versus Germantown Academy, had over 150 yards with 2 touchdowns, and I think he's going to bring his game today.
I mean, Tommy, you can't bring up game-changing moments without bringing up the defense. Someone like Dylan Novak, who I brought up, he had that pick six last year. Malvern had an early fumble last year to start the game, and Dylan Novak changed the game, changed momentum, took the pick six back, and it was 27-0 Malvern. But you also bring up guys like Will Simmons and Jack Schuster. Will Simmons has got to be the most dominant linebacker I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he leads the team in tackles, and it's not close. I mean, it's crazy. Players like Jack Schuster. I mean, I'm so ready for this game.
Yeah, and we're going to head over to Malvern Prep walkout right now. We're very excited for a great game today.
And now we're in the booth. Wow. Tommy, I have never felt an atmosphere like the one right now. This is electric.
It really is. I mean, you got one of the more energetic walkouts I've seen from the Malvern Prep football team, and the section just imposes their will on the environment here and just lets everybody know that
this is crazy. We're seeing that we didn't bring up in the pregame. We're seeing the captains. 2 of them are hurt. Haverford is very injured. They're very injury riddled. Jaden Rivera played CCAA football with them. He tore his ACL. Unfortunately, he's done. I believe one of the Bernard twins, the O lineman, I believe one of them is hurt. I could be wrong, but
Haverford's 2 captains that will be suiting up today. Number 6, Zach Ferragali, and number 10, Jack Riccitelli. Malvern Prep captain Jackson Malconian, Jackson Ford, Bryce Willie, and Ezekiel Bates out there today.
This is going to be electric. This is going to be absolutely electric.
Malvern comes in 5-1. 1-0 in the Interact with a huge win over Germantown Academy last week, 42-13.
Yeah, Haverford 3-3. They lost to Penn Charter last week, so their 0-1 in the Interact. It was 14-0. Kept it close, but just not close enough, I guess. So
Haverford's coming off a 7-3 season last year.
We welcome back our alumni on this homecoming weekend, along with prior families, friends, and our visitors from the Haverford School community. The Haverford School, founded in 1884, is a community dedicated to forming young men through relationship, scholarship, and character. Malvern Prep, founded in 1842 by the Augustinian Friars, is a brotherhood committed to seeking truth, unity, and love with hearts on fire. Our schools share a brotherhood rooted in honor and integrity, and so let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. God of love and strength, we thank you for the gift of this day, for the communities that shape us, and for the chance to compete with passion and purpose. Bless our coaches and student athletes. May effort reflect character, competition bring respect, and teamwork build unity. Keep all players safe from harm and all injury. Help us lift one another up, honoring those who have come before us, especially those the Malvern team has dedicated this season to, Father Jim Flynn and Kevin K.T. Donahue. And may we all play for something better and greater than ourselves. Your glory, Lord. And may Almighty God bless us all, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. St. Augustine, Friar Brotherhood. Please rise for our national anthem.
Wow, what a great start to the day. I mean, this could be more perfect. It's great out. It's homecoming. This place is packed, and the student section is going absolutely nuts right now. This is fantastic. And also, we didn't bring up Bryce Willie in one of the most dramatic comebacks from an injury I've ever seen. Do you know what injury he has? I don't know the exact name of it.
Something wrong with his knee, unfortunately. Was suspected to maybe miss the rest of the season,
that's what
great news came back earlier this week that Willie is going to be able to suit up against the Fords, and that's definitely a positive for Malvern. He's been a stud lineman for them past couple of years, and he's remained in that left tackle spot for Jackson Malconian, and he's just been really a safety guy for him. He's been pretty consistent on that side of the line, and it's definitely going to be great for the Friars to have him back.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly assumed that he was done for the year with what I was hearing from certain people, but he suited up today, and I couldn't be more happy for the kid as Malvern is going to receive the first kick.
Malvern Prep also has offensive guard Mac Crawford, number 58, stepping up and starting for them.
Very happy for him. Wow.
Ronan Burke, a transfer coming from another Interact school, forced to sit out.
Also, I believe Jack Bowman's getting the start today for someone's injured. I forget, one of our linemen, I believe. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Someone else is hurt on the O-line, and I believe Jack Bowman is starting today. I believe so.
Haverford coached by head coach Brian Martin. Opened their season, had some competitive matchups, but injury and defensive gaps have definitely impacted their consistency.
Definitely.
And they're looking to make a statement versus the Friars today. Last time they played on this field, Malvern had a pretty dominant performance, but the time before that, Haverford took down Malvern with
two times before that. Remember, Malvern did beat Haverford. Oh, on this field, you're saying?
On this field, correct.
My bad.
In a very exciting game with a final score of
6-0.
6-0.
Very great game. I don't think Malvern didn't get a single first down the entire time. Definitely a game we want to forget, but that was 4 years ago. This is different now.
Haverford with a bit of an interesting kickoff
Yeah, I've never
formation
seen
with
that
two
before.
guys lined up on top of each other on the outside. It's going to be a low-hanging kick recovered by Dennis Gibson at about the 15 as he's going to get up to the right, find some space, cuts inside, and breaks a few tackles, gets it up to about the 34. Strong return by Dennis Gibson. He's been getting it done for them at the back of the kick return team all year, really.
Yeah, I mean, he had a return against Gonzaga, helped them win. That was a very great game, really good game. 31-27 was the final score, I believe that. Our only home game that we didn't broadcast. I would have went nuts during that. But, yeah, he's been great on special teams and on defense.
Malconian, the senior quarterback, hoping to take down Haverford one last time in his senior stint. He's got stars on the outside. Cade Cooper's got 31 catches and 450 yards on the season as he hands it off to his other star running back, Zeke Bates, as he is tackled by number 8, Marcus Jones.
Yeah, Haverford's really going to have to contain Zeke Bates today. I mean, we saw it in the Sally's game. The first half, the offense was shut down without Zeke Bates, and then Zeke Bates ultimately won them the game with 2 long touchdowns. Really benefited the Friars that day.
Bates coming into the season, he's got 80 rushes for 543 yards. This is a screen pass to Dan Riley. Gets it for about 17. Been dealing with injuries all season. He's tweaked his hamstring, tweaked his leg a couple times, but he's been battling.
Yep.
A pure athlete, headed to Notre Dame next year to play lacrosse.
Him and number 41, Dylan Novak. Maybe going to be roommates. Maybe.
But as mentioned, Bates just having a dominant season. 80 rushes for 543 yards. 7 touchdowns. Has a quick hitch route to Luke Lamb on the far side, number 7. It's going to be an 8-yard gain as the Friars cross midfield at about the 41. Bates has got 7 touchdowns on the year.
Packed house today. I mean, this is electric.
Malvern's homecoming night.
Day. I mean,
Day.
You could say the entire thing, you know. It is 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
2nd and 3. Cooper and Schuster to the outside. It's going to be another end around to Riley. Can he get upfield? Find some space. Breaks his own player's tackle, and he's going to get a first down. Just an athletic play by Riley. It looks like he was going to get nothing, and he's able to get about 4 yards out of it. Made contact with Jack Schuster at the line of scrimmage, and gets a positive gain.
Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. You get a first down, you go down the field, and that's what Malvern's doing right now. They're taking simple plays, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, and then they just go down the field and score a touchdown. That's what they do. It's that simple.
Malvern's only had 1 game this year where they put up less than 29 points.
That's crazy.
As a little bit of a high snap, Malconian handles it, handoff to Bates as a TFL by the Haverford School, Christopher Jods. The 6-foot junior makes the tackle.
You look at Haverford's bench, look at Malvern's bench. I think Malvern might have double their team, which is absurd.
Second and 10. Toss to Bates to the outside, and a great fill. Number 5 for the Haverford School. Unlisted, unfortunately, on the roster, but what a play by him. Gets to the gap, fills the hole.
Unlisted, wow. Brought a ringer in.
I believe that might be Marcus Jones a possibility. As Friars in behind the sticks here, 3rd and 11 on their own on Haverford's 37. As Malconian steps back, he's trying to find some room. Scrambles outside. He's got a few guys downfield. Can he find him?
Oh.
And it's intercepted by Haverford. Number 23, as Tyler Graham makes a great tackle. Number 23, James Hawkins, the sophomore, 6 foot, with an interception. Malconian scrambling, trying to find Smith downfield.
It's a little behind
and
him.
That's Malconian's second interception.
I believe it's third.
Third interception of the season. And if you're Haverford School in an away atmosphere like this, a turnover on the first drive of the game is exactly what you need.
That quiets down the Malvern student section. Now it's just a question of what the Haverford offense is going to do. You know, they struggled against Penn Charter, and let's see what they do against Malvern.
Malconian's thrown for 343 yards, 270, 177 this year, and he's been able to limit the turnovers, fumbles, and interceptions. And the first drive of the game, a great interception made.
That's the best part of his
by
game.
Haverford.
That's the best part of his game is him not turning the ball over. He's very consistent, but
as Fergali steps back in shotgun, goes deep. Dennis Gibson in coverage, almost makes the interception. Haverford went right back to Hawkins, who made the pick on the other side of the ball. And Gibson, with great coverage, almost takes it right back.
Yeah, you see a lot of these players from Haverford play both ways. It's going to be a long day for them.
Three wide receivers, Fergali in the shotgun.
Oh,
it's going to be a botch snap over his head as it's recovered by the Friars. On the 17, Joe Rosano with the fumble recovery. A miscommunication by the center and the quarterback. And the Friars get the ball right back.
I mean, that's exactly what you want to do. You're the Malvern defense, you get an early turnover. And that's the cost of mistakes, is the self-made turnovers that Haverford just can't afford. They need to play almost a perfect game today to beat Malvern. And that is quite the opposite.
Senior Joe Rosano with the fumble recovery. Simmons and Hammond flew back into the backfield to stop the quarterback from recovering it, as there was a dogfight from there, as Malconian has Schuster in motion with a little end around and a huge hit in the hole.
Right in the little brick wall. Naeem Hammond has been just so underrated this year because you see all these stars, like we bring up Will Simmons, Dylan Novak, Jack Schuster, Stevie Smith. Naeem Hammond has been so consistent this year. It's incredible.
Mason Braun with a big hit there. It's going to be about 2nd and 7. Bates takes the toss as he just pummels over a guy. Riccitelli makes the tackle. It's going to be about 3rd and 5 from Haverford's 13.
Yeah, I'm looking. I see Joey Suker goes to the medical table. Hopefully he's all right. We'll keep an update on that. They need to get Kate Cooper in this game. It's that simple. I mean, 9 catches for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. You got to get him in the game. It's that simple. I could see a Megatron goal line fade here. Wouldn't mind that.
2 wide receivers to the left as they go for it. And it's just going to be a little bit overthrown. Great defense by Haverford. Christian Joaquin.
And here comes Ian Gopez.
As Ian Gopez coming out to attempt his 3rd field goal of the year. He has not missed a PAT or field goal yet this season.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
19 for 19 PATs, 2 for 2 from the field goal spot. As this is going to be about a 30-yard. It's going to be about a 30-yard field goal. Malconian to hold. Nick Riley to do the snap. As it's up, and it's good. As Gopez kicks through against his former team.
Yeah, we forgot about that. I completely forgot that. Ian Gopez did transfer after his sophomore year at Haverford to come to Malvern. So,
as Friars start 3-0 this game, with a bit of an interesting start to what's been a very hyped-up game this week.
Really sloppy. A pick, then a snap overhead, and then, honestly, that was not the most impressive offensive drive from Malvern. Would have been a 3 and out if they were not in field goal position. So.
Malvern Prep kickoff team had struggles earlier in the season and gotten it together since then.
Yeah. Well, you almost forget against Imhotep. Imhotep did take a kickback, but it was called back from a penalty, blocking the back. I think it was really unnecessary. So, really got to hope that they figure it out today.
Six minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the first here. As a low kick, line drive through the back of the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback.
I mean, you're Coach Guerrero. That's exactly what you're looking for. It's that simple. You know, just give them a touchback. Don't let them risk it taking it back. Just get the defense out there.
We get to see another performance by this dominant Malvern Prep offense versus a bit of a unproved Haverford offense.
Yeah. I mean, the running back, Jaden Rivera, he's towards ACL, unfortunately. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, you know, they're just riddled with injuries, and just got to hope that they can figure something out.
Yeah, Will Simmons leading the team in tackles. He's got 46, 33 solo tackles.
Yeah, now who's second most tackles?
Naeem Hammond's got 26.
That's 20 more tackles than the next guy. That's crazy.
As motion from the Haverford offense, Farragalli takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Simeon Cobb, the sophomore, gains about 6.
Simeon Cobb on the carry. Tackle made by Joe Lozano. Second down.
Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left for Farragalli. He's in the shotgun. As he takes the snap again, another run up the middle as Cobb finds room over the first down marker to about the 33. It's going to be a first down, Haverford, their first of the game.
Simeon Cobb on the carry. Dylan Novak on the tackle. That plays good for Haverford School.
Malvern Prep defensive coordinator, Coach Carr.
Tommy, how do you feel with these light blue coach polos? How do you feel about them?
I like them. I like the baby blues. Symbolizes a nice little Malvern blue, but a different shade. And I think they're trying to send a message.
I think Coach Cole's and looks great in that, by the way. His hair, awesome. Great teacher too, by the way.
Another handoff to Cobb up the middle as going to get stopped for about 2 yards. Number 23, Joe Rosano on the tackle. He had the fumble recovery earlier this game.
Having himself a heck of a first quarter so far.
Tackle made by Joe Lozano.
Simmons got 7 TFLs this year. Hopefully he can find another one here on 2nd and 8 for the Fords. Looking to their signal caller, about 13 seconds left on the play clock. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Cobb in the backfield. Farragalli, another run up the middle, and a good burst by Cobb to get it to about 3rd and 1 at the 42.
That's a big hole that the Haverford lineman created. The linebacker's got to get there. It's that simple. It's about, what, a 5-yard gain? It can't happen. This is where we've seen the Malvern defense shine, in the trenches, on the 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. This is where they absolutely shine.
Third and 1. A windy day here on Warren Avenue.
Definitely a little breezy.
10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Haverford takes the snap. Another keep by Farragalli as he tries to get up the middle, but he's stopped in the backfield by George Parkinson. That's going to set him up for about 4th and 1. Going to see if they leave the offense out on the field.
As Will Simmons is limping off the field, hopefully he's all right.
Parkinson with his 3rd TFL of the year. Gets in the backfield, makes the stop as Farragalli tried to keep it. Looks like Haverford's going to leave the offense out on the field at about their 42. This could really set up Malvern for some great field position if they can make a stop. Motion in the backfield. Farragalli takes a snap. It's going to be up the middle of the Cobb, and he is stopped in the backfield and thrown by the entire Malvern Prep defense. the front seven stands in their head.
That's the play that changes the game right there. I mean, all 7 gray helmets in the box. They go right to the ball. I mean, that's just fantastic.
Saw Jackson Ford, Danny Bonner, Matt Crawford, Joe Rosano, Dylan Novak, all those guys in there on the tackle. All those guys in their senior year looking to make a statement.
Yep. I mean, those are the plays that just light up a defense and get the energy going.
As they're going to give the Malvern offense perfect field position about the 42. Going to see if Malconian can punch one in for the first touchdown of the game with about 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Kid Cooper's by himself on the left side of the field. I think we should probably target that.
As Bates in motion, Malconian looks downfield over the top, looking for almost finds Schuster. Looked like Novak and Jack Schuster were trying to track it, as unfortunately they could not make the catch. Malconian just looped it up there. Both had space, but couldn't come down with the catch.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a miscommunication. I think Jack ran about a slight post while Novak ran straight, and they almost ran right into each other. So that could have been pretty bad, but it's unfortunate.
Smart using Bates in motion to attract all the attention.
Definitely.
Just bring the safeties down as they try to loop it over top.
Reminds me of an Andrew Pellicciotto play.
Malconian takes a snap. It's going to be a fake toss. As he goes to the right side, Malconian finds a hole, makes a guy miss, and goes for about 7. Going to be 3rd and 3 from the 35.
Brings up 3rd down for Malvern.
Two wide receivers out to the left. Coach Guerrera tries an inside run. Bates finds a hole, gets up, going to cross the first down marker and the 30-yard line, get it to about Haverford's 28. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Malvern.
Great play by Zeke Bates there. I mean, he found the hole, got in there, and got the first down. It's that simple.
First and 10. Riley in motion, gonna keep it. Malconian tries to get to the outside, gets upfield for about 7 as he walks out of bounds.
Malvern's really liking these jet motion plays, either the fakes or the handoff, or even maybe an RPO play. I mean, they're really liking this.
Haverford playing a bit of an unconventional front. Have 3 down linemen without much DN presence, so the outside can often look appealing, but sometimes they'll send safeties on those. As Malconian finds Cooper for a hitch, gets up for about 7 yards, and that's just toss and catch.
Yeah, that's that easy. I mean, Kate Cooper that dominant, gets wide open.
First and 10 from the 15. Bates in the backfield again with Malconian. As it's going to be a toss to the left. Bates tries to stiff arm a man. And a great tackle by, again, unlisted on the roster, but I believe it's number 5, Marcus Jones.
Listed as number 11 on our...
the 6'3" junior. As Friars going to have 3 wide receivers out to the right, Luke Lamb alone to the left. As they're going to find Bates for a quick screen pass as he is stopped at the line of scrimmage again by Marcus Jones. Jones stepping up in the safety position, filling those holes, coming downfield, and really making great form tackles against these elusive Malvern Prep backs and receivers.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Definitely a lackluster start for both teams. 3-0, honestly not what I expected, but Malvern is striving, so we'll see what they can do.
Coach Dave Guerrero is going to talk to his guys. They're going to be at about a 3rd and 12 position from the 16-yard line as Malvern Prep homecoming event is continuing to go on here.
Yep, we will see the halftime induction during the Hall of Fame induction during halftime. Excuse me, but we also will have a private, exclusive interview. Rocky Corrigan with Jackson Melconian, pre-recorded obviously, and then I will be interviewing Ronan Burke, the lineman who was ruled ineligible during the Interact season, unfortunately. So Tommy, a game like this where it's this hype and the atmosphere like this, do you ever miss playing?
There's that feeling walking out on the field, running out on the field right when the game starts. You see both student sections going crazy, both stands, the lights are on, atmosphere is amazing. And there's just that feeling that you just want to get out there, even if you never really played the sport. It's just a great feeling when you got guys who know that want to support you to the end, and then you got guys that really don't want to support you at all. And I mean, that's what the rivalry is. It's been tremendous over the past 60, 80 years, and it's continuing, and it's gotten polarized at times, but
yeah, I'd say so.
It's all good fun. As Malconian's in the shotgun, sends Riley on a motion to the other side. He's going to step back, surveying, finds Bates for a wheel route, and Bates almost makes the catch. Great pass breakup by Haverford. Michael Lazowski there hits Bates just as he was about to maintain possession of the ball.
As here comes Ian Gopez.
As Gopez going to attempt about a 33-yarder. Great snap, great hold, and a great kick as Mr. Reliable puts the Friars up 6-0, same score of Haverford's last win over Malvern Prep on this field.
Definitely a weird start to the day. I feel like the interception probably threw everyone off. 6 points. Obviously, they're in the lead. Malvern's in the lead, but I feel like they're probably disappointed with the start so far. Just the offense just not clicking exactly. Both scoring drives were started by a fantastic field position by the defense. So, see if Malvern can pick it up.
Gopez to kick it off. Richatelli and Joachim at the back to return for Haverford as a low squib kick almost catches Haverford's lacking as Joachim returns it, gets it to about the 25 as Will Simmons throws a man.
That was crazy.
And gets you contact to about the 30. He's going to set up Haverford's offense for about a 70-yard drive, hopefully.
Malvern defense been really dominant so far. Caused 2 really big stops here, but let's see what they can do here.
Tackled by Joe Murphy. Haverford will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
So now Tommy Onernonk has taken a little break. Now, joined by Lewis. It's going to help us out for about 2 minutes now as Haverford now on the 30-yard line. Lewis, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, can't complain. It's perfect out.
I know, perfect weather. Great day for a homecoming game.
Absolutely.
So far, who do you think on the Malvern offense has been a really big impact player?
Honestly, no one. The offense has been fantastic. Both scoring drives have started by a fantastic field position.
And snap. Takes out the gun. Looks like a 3-yard gain.
Simeon Cobb on the carry.
For Simeon.
Simeon Cobb. Simeon Cobb. 5'11" sophomore. Having a decent day today. He's hitting the holes. His offensive line is starting, getting those holes, and he's hitting them. And The Haverford offense has not been terrible so far, so let's see what they
No.
can do.
They're impressing. They're lining up for the snap. QB takes out the pocket. He's running with it. Taken down. Zachary Faragali. Very strong senior.
Another 4th down for the Malvern defense as the Haverford punt team is on the field.
The Malvern defense has been playing really well today.
Yeah, I
Honestly.
feel like they're always really good. You know, I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the scores here, they haven't given up, you know, a ton of points since that LaSalle game. And, I mean, there were 2 kickoff return touchdowns, so they really only gave up 21 points during that game.
They show up when it matters.
Punt is almost blocked.
Punt is up.
Gets a Haverford bounce. Down about the 36.
Haverford grabs it. And they're flipping sides.
Really solid start by the Malvern defense so far. You know, they're getting in and getting out. I believe Haverford's only had 1 or 2 first downs. So, I mean, if you're Coach G, you're really pleased with the defensive performance so far.
I think he trains them to be this way.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep fighting for it.
2 receivers to the left.
Snaps out. Oh, there's a flag on the field. You know, I think a way that he coaches is even if rankings-wise the game isn't very close, I think he wants them to come out and play the same all the same.
Yeah, definitely, as a false start called on Malvern. Not the start to the drive we want to see, but see Malvern can bounce back. They're really going to need Kate Cooper here. I mean, he's at 1 catch, and I mean it was simple catch and throw. You know, I think they just got to involve him a lot more.
Yeah, I think they're running up the gun a lot, which works often for Malvern, but Kate is a really dangerous player. Reception. Big gain. Tackled down at the 47.
Yeah, really let you play right there. I mean, it's that simple. Dan Raleigh finds the hole. He's one of the best athletes, as there's a flag down, unfortunately, and I think this one's coming back. Holding call on Malvern. That's going to bring up 1st and 25.
Yikes.
So,
it's unfortunate.
definitely a hill Malvern's going to have to climb. Not sure who that was on, but no matter what, it's still 1st and 25, unfortunately. Or 1st and 15, and they called it back. I apologize. They called it from the spot.
It's been a very rocky start for this offense.
Yeah, I'd say so. No, definitely not what they wanted to do. I mean, they still have 6 points on the board, mostly because of the defense, but, you know, really impressed with the O-line so far.
Motion. Drops it.
Really starting to look frustrated, this offense. You know, I think they need to give someone a confidence play. You know, air it out. You know, second and 15. If you don't get it here, you know, you got to go for about a 15-yard gain.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's gonna be tough, but I know this offense is capable. You know, put the ball in the hands of stars like Zeke Bates, Kick Hoop. They can definitely.
They've proved
change
it all
this game.
season so far. Motioning, snapped.
Oh no!
An incomplete into a pick. Lateral. He was out.
Oh no, and that's
No.
not what you want to see. Right through the receiver's hands into the Haverford kid, and that's just a very unlucky bounce. And now Haverford is set up perfectly right now. That is not what you want to see if you're a Malvern fan.
Malvern's defense is back on the field. I think they're going to get tired of coming out so often.
Yeah, but they're built for this. I mean, Malvern's defense is really going to have to step up here. That's an unfortunate situation here.
I think Coach G is definitely going to have a talk at a halftime with some of these impact players and get them moving, get their confidence up. I think that's what they're missing right now.
Malvern defense been so dominant today. Let's see if they can continue it.
Haverford takes the snap. It's a run up the gun. Big 5-yard gain.
As we thank Lewis for his time today, and we bring back Mr. Thomas Onerdong. Tommy, how you doing? How was the little break?
Rough start there
Yeah, I'd say so.
to the second quarter. Looks like just unlucky things happening for the Malvern Prep offense. They just can't seem to find things click. Could be the O-line injuries up front. But Haverford is doing the best to capitalize on their mistakes, but the Malvern Prep defense is not letting them do it. As
this would be an electric goal line stand. You know what that play reminded me of, Tommy? The Alshon Jeffrey drop against the Saints 2019. I mean, to the hands, right to the defender. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, and unfortunately plays like those that you just can't plan for.
Mm-hmm.
And when things like those things like that happen, you really just got to try and adjust. And that's what Dave Guerrera, Coach Carr, and his defense are going to try to do. As they try to hold Haverford as it's 3rd and goal on Malvern's 4-yard line.
Great hustle by Melconian to stop the 6, by the way. Great job by him to not just give up on the play and tackle him.
Substitution by Haverford. Look like they're going to go to a 5-wide situation. Farragalli in the shotgun with about 7 seconds left to go on the play clock. As takes the snap, looks right, tries to find someone. He's sacked in the backfield. Max Moring, Naeem Hammond both in on the sack.
Wow.
As the Malvern defense stops Haverford's offense with only 15 yards to go.
And the kick team is out. That is such a big stop for the Malvern defense. Wow. Wow. What a job by those two.
Haverford snaps up, that kick is up, and it's going to be good.
You know, honestly, that defensive stop is big for the offense. You know, they know that the defense has their back, and I think it's going to help their confidence out, which I think they're definitely lacking right now, but not really worried. You know, they had a slow start against Sally's and picked it up. They just need a star to shine, which I think number 58, Matt Crawford, I think he's got a shot at that.
Logan Camp, Haverford kicker, as he makes it 6-3 Malvern, cuts the deficit to just 3. And Malvern's return team going to come out for the second time this game. Dennis Gibson, the lone returner in the back, as I think that Malvern special team doubts this kick's going to even reach to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it was definitely a questionable kick on the opening kickoff. Little squivel. Barely got the Trey Gibson. Almost had to get returned by the 3rd line, but let's see here.
As it's going to get there, as Gibson returned it from about the 8-yard line. Deep kick by Haverford. Gibson has some speed up the middle. Tries to get through a few guys, and looks like forward progress is going to stop at about the 33-yard line. And Malconian and crew going to head out there. And I think that they need to come with the maximum amount of confidence that they could possibly have and just try to flush that last drive.
Yeah, you know, you gotta make a goldfish. I watched Ted Lasso not too long ago. He said, you know what's the good thing about a goldfish? 10-second memory. You know, it's that simple. So
yeah, next play mentality Malconian's definitely going to have if they want to have a strong drive here. 1st and 10. Cade Cooper and Jack Schuster to the left. Malconian takes a snap, run to Bates, and Bates tries to get upfield behind his O-lineman as he goes for about 5.
Malvern needs to involve the student section. I mean, they haven't really been given much to cheer for other than on defense. When, you know, obviously that goal line stop, you know, it gets you energetic. But if your offense can't capitalize, then you know that energy goes nowhere.
Gonna send Bates out to the far side as Malconian's gonna be alone in the backfield. Motion to Schuster as Malconian's going to keep it. Flip to Dan Riley. Gets upfield. He gets to the outside. Almost gets up, but still about a 12-yard gain. Takes Malvern over the timeline.
And a great block by Cade Cooper there. Fantastic block.
Outside receivers not usually known for their blocking, but it's one of the more underrated aspects of the game.
Definitely.
Blocking in general, definitely an underrated facet of the game, but outside receivers spend almost just the amount of time blocking as they should do catching.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, without a good old line blocking for you, you've no offense.
From Haverford's 48-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 10. Malconian, fake pitch, tries to find Dan Riley on the field, the wheel route. Dan Riley, couldn't handle the pass. Joachim was coming over to make the tackle as Dan Riley could have taken that one back to the house. Just an unfortunate drop for the Friars.
And that's what the offense needs right there. But Dan Riley, he's faced adversity before. He'll bounce back. Not worried. Just think about confidence at this point. I think it was maybe a thing of trying to run before you actually catch the ball. Maybe got into his head.
Malconian takes the snap, finds Schuster across the middle. Schuster gets up, makes the guy miss, goes for about 20 to the Haverford's 31-yard line. Just kind of a sit route by Schuster across the middle. Malconian finds him, and he gets about a gain of 19 to 20. Inside run to Riley, goes for about 7.
Really creative play there. Malconian to Bates, then Bates back to Riley. Misdirection really worked there.
Jones again in on the tackle, along with number 10, Richatelli.
Malvern, the offense is starting to figure it out. Things are starting to click.
Two wide receivers out to the right, 2nd and 3 from Haverford's 24. Fake pitch, Malconian takes it the other way. He's got lead blockers, and he's going to get the first down.
Malvern's really liking the misdirection plays, the fakes, the counters. Like I said, Bates gets the handoff and gives it to Dan Riley. They're really liking these misdirections and making Haverford bite.
Junior Brennan Apple in on the tackle. As run to Bates to the outside, Bates just makes a bunch of guys fall over, just lowering his head up in the hole. Great weather here on Warren Ave today.
Absolutely perfect. Little breeze, not too much.
2nd and 7 for the Friars. Shotgun set. Malconian looks to pass. Trying to find Schuster across the middle, and the pass is deflected.
Oh.
Ball went up just about the line of scrimmage. Could have gone either way, but it's going to end up as an incomplete pass. 3rd and 7. Friars having a tough time punching it in. They've been in the red zone a few times this game, but just can't find the red turf.
I mean, yeah, it's really a plus though when you can't punch it in. You can just, give the ball to someone like Ian Gopez, and you can just, be so reliable from, honestly, I trust him from anywhere from 45 in would be automatic.
3 wide receivers to the right, Luke Lamb to the left alone. Malconian steps back to pass, goes for a screen pass to Bates. Bates almost breaks the tackle. Michael Ozowski with a 3rd down stop for the Fords. The 6-foot senior trying to make his name known.
Will the offense stay back on the field?
And it looks like Dave Guerrera is going to keep the offense out on the field.
I'm not sure if I agree with this, I'll be honest. I'm not sure if I agree with this. You know, you have someone so reliable, like Ian Gopez. You know, there's only 3 minutes left in the half. You know, just take the points. You know, take the points, figure it out at halftime. You know, why you're not being able to punch the ball in. I would just honestly wouldn't be able to trust this offense with, you know, getting a 4th and 8 conversion when you being Gopez.
And looks like Guerrero is going to actually take a timeout, rethink this one.
Yeah. The pass game just hasn't really been there today, and I'm not going to trust, you know, a halfback draw to get us 8 yards. So, I mean, even though Malvern is winning by 3, it feels like, honestly, it feels like Haverford is winning right now. You know, they just, you know, their defense has been, you know, I mean, their defense has been pretty good. You know, they haven't been able to, they're keeping Malvern out of the end zone, and their offense, I mean, it hasn't been great, but, you know, they did have a scoring drive. They did kick a field goal in, so I think it was just, you know, the expectation that Malvern brought in here that, you know, we didn't think it was going to be a game, as the Malvern student section is going absolutely nuts.
Student section's trying to out-chant the other right now. As
Malconi comes back on the field.
both really trying to find something to cheer for.
Yeah.
3 field goals so far this game. Neither team's punched one in yet. See what the Friars can do. They're going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 8. Malconian scrambles to the right. He's got blockers. Looks like he's got Schuster too. And
What a
Schuster makes the
catch.
catch with a guy draped over his back. Braden Scalen looked like he was about to make the pass breakup, but Schuster with a great possession catch at about the 4-yard line.
That's the thing about Jack Schuster. I mean, he knew that contact was going to be coming from behind, and he still just caught the ball. I mean, what a great play by him, not trying to, you know, avoid contact and just catching it and taking the contact. As now Malvern really hopes to punch this one in.
Heavy formation for the Friars here, and looks like it's going to be a false start as they were looking to give Will Simmons a fullback dive up the middle. I would have loved to see that happen.
That would have been crazy. Oh, it's an offsides call. Now, don't forget, at halftime, you will be seeing 2 different interviews with Rocky Corrigan and Jackson McConey from earlier this week that was filmed, and then a live interview with me and Ronan Burke.
And Friars going to go right back to this heavy formation. 1st and goal. It's like the Eagles' version of the tush push, as they're going to send Bates up the middle, and there's no one stopping there, and it's going to be a flag down as Bates crossed the end zone. Either a face mask here or an offensive holding. Going to be interesting to see, as I believe it's going to be a foul against Haverford. Personal foul, face mask is what I think I saw. Ref talking it over with Coach Dave Guerrero to try and see what they want to do. And touchdown is good.
Yep. Yeah, wow, what a great call, Tommy. Wow.
And yeah, it's going to be a face mask.
And they're going to add it on to the 2-point conversion. So they're going to be from the 1-yard line instead of from the 2, and hopefully they can punch it in and make it 14-3.
Going to keep the offense out again. I'm assuming they're going to run another power formation where they got Cooper just alone on the outside and just it's mass on mass up front.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do. Be interesting if they keep it with Simmons or they go to Bates. As they're going to go to Simmons right up the middle, and Simmons crosses the end zone, and that's going to be a good 2-point conversion, putting the Friars up 14-3 against Haverford here on Warren Ave, as some energy, some life coming from the Malvern Prep team.
Number 71, Jack Bowman, hyping up the student section. He's hype. Everyone's hype. And that's a fantastic drive to end the half. The Malvern student section, absolutely electric right now. Shirts have come off at this point.
Malvern Prep to kick it off. Will Simmons going to take a break as Gopez is going to kick it off with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left to go until halftime.
Number 62, Tommy Tagler in for Will Simmons.
As kick returned by Haverford, and looks like number 29, Stefano Pellicciata, to make the tackle. Great job by him jetting down there, staying in his gap and making the play. Younger brother to current alum Andrew Pellicciotto, who's playing at Duke University
too.
right now.
Playing a lot. I saw he had a pick. Great job by him. And also, we forgot to mention, the entire third quarter will be brought to you by Rocky Corrigan and Will Bergen. Excuse me, I had something like scared me there. My bad.
2 wide receivers to each side. Fair guy in the shotgun. Looks to his right as he finds Jones for the catch. Jones been all over the field today making plays. As the Haverford schools look like they're going to try to complete a 2-minute drill here with about 1:40 to go in the first half. Snap to Ferragalli, steps up in the pocket, finds Riccitelli across the middle. Tackle made by Will Simmons and Dylan Novak, but that's going to be a first down for Haverford School, as looks like some of the easier plays that the Haverford offense has completed all game.
Yeah.
Two high safeties here for Malvern.
A lot of confusion on the Malvern
Drops
defense.
in a cover 4 defense as Ferragalli steps back, tries to find room. Ford's tracking him, and Ferragalli just gets the pass off as he throws it away.
And Jackson Ford lays the boom.
He's able to get out of the tackle box and get it past the line of scrimmage. I believe Riccitelli was in the area, but great play by Ferragalli to escape pressure, keep his eyes downfield, and make the smart decision to throw it away and not take a sack in a 1 minute and 15-second situation.
Definitely a little intimidating when you got Jackson Ford, George Parkinson, Dylan Novak, and Naeem running at you. I mean, I don't know if I could do that in my prime CYO days.
Teachers, priests, alums all on the sidelines as they're looking for Malvern to take a win, as Parkinson finds Ferragalli in the back, and that's going to be a sack for the Friars. Set Haverford back in a 3rd and 16 situation, and that possibly is going to give Malvern a chance to get the ball back if they can make a stop here on 3rd down.
As Malvern calls a timeout. Haverford timeout, excuse me, my bad.
Haverford's going to look to talk things over. Don't know if I agree with the timeout call.
Yeah.
Set up in a 3rd and 16 situation with about a minute to go. Just gives the Friars another chance to maybe get it back on offense.
I mean, yeah, that's why I assume Malvern called the timeout. You usually see that from the defensive standpoint, not the offensive standpoint. When you've only scored 3 points this half and you're at a 3rd and 16, knowing that the Malvern offense is very streaky, so they can get a 40-yard play in there and then get Gopez to make it 17-3 if possible. So I just don't really know what the thought process was there. But there's a reason that I'm not paid to coach, and he is. So
14-3 here on Warren Ave. Malvern Prep subs in their athletic 4-man front. They've had them in all dry. They like doing this in about a 2-minute situation. They get Ford, Parkinson, Hammond, and Novak in there as Ferragalli steps back on 3rd and 16. Tries to find someone, and Ford forklifts his own man into Ferragalli.
What a play by Jackson Ford.
They set up Haverford for a 4th and 20+. Going to force them to punt, and that could possibly give Malvern a chance to get a score before the first half ends.
Now, everyone forgets, Malvern took a timeout with, about 3-4 minutes left because they didn't like the play they had. That could cost them. They only have one timeout now with about a minute left, and let's see what the Haverford punter can do. But what a great play by Jackson Ford. And also, if Malvern does pull out to win today, Tommy will have an exclusive interview with Coach Dave Guerrera.
Looking forward to it, hopefully. As Smith's going to return the punt.
We haven't heard about much from Stevie Smith today, which is probably better. Because if you're a safety, you don't really want to be brought up. You want to be, invisible in coverage.
Michael Lazowski to punt the ball. Senior makes a catch. Gets his foot to the ball, and that's going to be roughing the punter.
That is not.
And you had Moering, Novak, Hammond, and Ford all back there trying to make the block. Was about a yard away from actually making contact with the ball, but Lazowski was able to get it off, and I believe it's going to be roughing the punter and not running into.
Now, Tommy, I've got to be honest. I've never seen a punter with turf tape on before. As Michael Wazowski, he made his presence known. He pointed to the student section, and they let him hear it.
Yeah, Wazowski's been playing all over the field today, and
An unfortunate mistake.
draws
there.
the roughing the punter, and that's not something you want to see as a Malvern Prep defense. You guys had the offense had a slow start to the game.
Yeah.
It looked like they were about to pick it up and possibly get a 1-minute drill to go and possibly march down the field for an Ian Gopez field goal. And unfortunately, they're going to have to make another stop here from about their 44.
And, I mean, you never see those mental mistakes from Malvern. Very rare. So let's see what they can do. Bounce back or, maybe Haverford scores, get some momentum going into the half.
4 wide receiver set. Ferragali takes the snap, looks to the outside, finds Jones for about a 8-yard out route.
And that's exactly what you're looking for if you're a Haverford fan.
Took only 4 seconds off the clock.
Exactly. An 8-yard gain, that took 4 seconds off the clock. That was perfect. You just want to see that go down the field.
Malvern Prep, 2 high safeties still, as they're going to send 4 on the outside, and going to be a call. It's going to be a off neutral zone infraction by the defense.
And that just gives Haverford a first down.
Personnel change for Haverford. Jason Tolley going to come in the game. 6'3" tight end is going to play running back.
So he is huge. Now that might just be compared to the quarterback, but he's a giant.
As steps back, trying to find something. Ford almost gets in there. Great job stepping up in the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield, and a huge hit. He was met by Will Simmons and Dylan Novak. Ferragali eats the hit, though, gets right up. As Haverford School going to take timeout.
I believe they have one more left for the half.
35 seconds left to go. As they're going to talk things over. Carrera just wanted to see something with the ref. Possible miscommunication between the two coaches. As Haverford's going to have a 2nd and 7 from Malvern's 27. And this could be huge for the Haverford School. They're going to get the ball to start the half.
Yeah, definitely.
If they could punch a field goal in here, possibly a score, that could really give them some momentum and give them a lead.
And also hurt the Malvern defense. That hurts their confidence. Knowing that they caused the mistake and they're the reason that that Haverford put some points on the board. So really got to hope for the Malvern defense that Haverford doesn't punch it in here. That'd be not great going into halftime.
Still going to have Tolley in the backfield, possibly for some extra blocking help as Ferragali steps back, looks downfield.
Oh, no.
Looks for a guy deep as he finds Jones for a touchdown. Schuster slipped in coverage as Ferragali completes a 27-yard pass to Jones in the back of the end zone.
And that is not at all what you want to see from a Malvern standpoint.
Haverford section's loving it. Great job by the Haverford School taking advantage of the costly mistake by the Malvern Prep special teams.
Now does Haverford go for 2 here? Make it a 1-score game?
And looks like they're going to keep the offense out on the field.
Wow.
Trying to cut it to a 14-11 game.
That is a really unfortunate mistake from our defense. You had the stop. You had the punt team on the field. And now, you could possibly be going to the halftime only up by 1 score in a game that you should be winning by a lot more than 1 score. I think it's always a close game against Haverford. You never seen an Interact blowout, really, except for last year.
Haverford going to keep their offense out on the field. This will be a great stop for the Malvern Prep defense.
Give them some confidence going into halftime.
Cobb in the backfield. Jones lined up on the far side. Possibly another fade route to him. As a slant right inside to Jones. Makes the catch. Great outside release to a comeback slant by Jones on the outside as Fairgalley finds his guy. And it's going to be 14-11. Haverford section loving it. And it's going to be interesting to see how Malvern responds with about 28 seconds left to go in the half.
Wow, this game got flipped upside down. I mean, you went from Malvern up by 2 possessions and the ball getting punted to them with a minute left to now them only up by 1 possession going into halftime, really, unless they decide the air went out, which I really doubt that's going to happen. If I'm Coach G, I'm kneeling it down and I'm going into halftime, and I want my players to know it.
Camp to kick it off for the Haverford school.
Tommy, if you're Coach G, what do you think of the team?
I'm definitely going to try something here with about 28 seconds left to
Really?
go. If that's
You
just
think?
an inside run, maybe a quick screen pass, nothing that puts the ball in harm's way. But I think with how much talent you got in your offense, you at least give it 1 or 2 plays, and if nothing happens, you kneel it. As Gibson returns it and tries to get to the outside.
Oh!
And he stiff arms a man.
Oh!
Oh! And a late truck. Malvern Prep
No.
sidelines loving it. It's going to be a late flag.
Wow.
Gibson stiff arms Joachim as
Wow.
he gets up the right side of the field. And
That was incredible.
official's going to talk over the late penalty.
I mean, that's what you need except for the flag at the end.
Camp came in, tried to make the tackle as Gibson ran out of bounds. A little bit of a late hit there, I believe, by
Yeah.
Gibson to Camp, as it looks like Camp was surrounded by the Malvern Prep
And they will be
sidelines
calling-
as he was
And
put on the
will
floor.
it be called? It will. Wow, that honestly kills the momentum right there. You know, they had it with that play. You know, he had a fantastic play. He hit a stiff arm in a truck. Really got the Malvern student section going and the bench going. But now, you know, you're all the way back at the 35 instead of the 50.
Officials call the unsportsmanlike conduct as about 19 seconds left to go. That does change the game plan for Dave Guerrera. See what he does here, as they will run a play. Not in the victory formation you would see if they're going to kneel it, as most likely going to be an inside run. I would love a screen pass to Schuster to the left too, as they're going to hand it to Bates inside. Bates tries to find a hole, gets up, and is not able to get out of bounds, and that's going to take us to the end of the first half.
Yep. Malvern's really going to have to figure it out in the locker room.
14-11 Friars. Game could be a lot worse than what it is right now, as it's a classic Interact rivalry. 3-point game at halftime. You couldn't ask for better.
I mean, like I said earlier, yeah, Malvern's winning right now, but it does not feel like they're winning right now in the slightest, I'll be honest.
So hopefully you enjoy a quick midweek interview by our very own Rocky Corrigan with Malvern Prep starting quarterback Jackson Malconey and what he was thinking ahead of this game today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Malconey, an interview coming up. Jackson, how you doing today?
Good, Rock. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. So, Jackson, let's get right into it. How do you say you're... All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Malconey, an interview coming up. Jackson, how you doing today?
Good, Rock. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. So, Jackson, let's get right into it. How do you say you approach leadership as a QB, obviously? How do you approach leadership on and off the field?
Yeah, I think there's multiple ways to approach leadership, but for me, I approach it vocally. I think using my words and using my actions as well, but I think vocally, I'm a vocal leader, and I really push leadership through my words. And, you know, through my years here at Malvern, I got to learn how different leaders lead. And guys like Enasudo, Andrew Pellicciata, Jake Bauer, guys like that who are really good at what they do, but they're also really good at leading. Guys like Enasudo, vocal leaders, guys who can talk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Malconian.
What's your why? Why football?
I just love it. Ever since I started playing in 7th grade, it's just been so much fun. I just like the contact, the hitting, the teamwork. I don't know, it's just always been really fun to me, and I've just wanted to become the best player I can be.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I hope, all's well, and hopefully you commit somewhere and have a lot of fun in college.
That'd be
So
fun.
thank you so much for the time, and it
Thank
was nice
you.
talking to you.
Go Friars.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Malconian interview coming up. Jackson, how you doing today?
Good, Rock. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. So, Jackson, let's get right into it. How Will, we are back in the booth here. Beautiful day at Malvern Prep. Play for the Friars so far, not great, but second half, and as I like to say, obviously, I've heard a lot in the student section. We got Malconian, we got a chance. Will, it's great to be back.
All right, Ian Gopez up for the kick. It's a short one at the 30.
And the Friars recover.
Trey Gibson has it.
Wow, an early pooch kick there, and Trey Gibson recovers what was kind of an onside, kind of just a pooch punt. And the Friars get back an early chance of the offense now. Wow.
I'm astonished by that call. Up 3, going into the half. Obviously, half a game left to play. That's risky, but I guess it was worth the reward.
Yeah, gotta like that. All right, partner, obviously where we left off, last week was a stellar performance. Easy game for us to call, very exciting game. And you see yourself in this about 14-11 against the Fords, who lost to Penn Charter last week. What are your thoughts on how we need to pick it up?
I think we need to pass the ball more. The running game hasn't been working as much. And Cade Cooper last week, 2 touchdowns, over 150 yards. And as I say that, a throw to Dylan Novak. Touchdown, Friars.
Touchdown, let's go, Friars. Dylan Novak right to the house.
Perfect timing. Dylan Novak, Malvern's tight end, number 41. Been excellent all year.
And it's almost like the moment we get up here, they start succeeding. How about that as a trend? Wow. Dylan Novak, 6'5", and like 220 of pure muscle. What a catch from the tight end.
Ian Gopez for the extra point. He's been money from here all year long.
Used to be a forward, by the way. Took him right out of their hands.
It's good. Malvern coming out hot, 9 seconds into the half.
Right out of the gates for the Friars. Wow, what a start. Joe Carr dialing up one of his better play calls, I'd say all season, with a nice streak route right over the top to Novak, beating the defense. Love it.
Something that Malvern's been doing a little better job here than last week was the penalties.
I agree, 100%.
Last time we broadcasted, the penalties were terrible. Malvern was giving up penalties left and right. In this game, they seemed to show a little bit more discipline.
I agree. I mean, my word, last week it was unbearable. It was yellow every single play.
Ian Gopez set to kick again. And this time, he wastes no time. Taken back. And he's brought down hard.
Ooh. Oh. Take a seat in the turf. What a hit by number 44 there. Wow.
Shane Adam, the junior.
Shane Adam, lacrosse player from Delco. I didn't know he had that in his arsenal, but what a hit. Wow.
Haverford seems to be losing life slowly here. QB snaps it. He's going to find a pass. Shakes off Dylan Novak. And he's brought down.
And I made a point here, I'd say I wanted to bring up one Haverford guy. And Marcus Jones, only one, of course, obviously, just one. He has been good all season. He's got a couple offers, and we wish the kid well, but he's a good player out here. But obviously, nobody else we're not touching on.
Great touchdown catch earlier.
Yeah, he did.
Gave some life to the Fords.
Went up for the jump ball and came down with it.
Zach Ferragalli at quarterback. 4 receivers out wide. And they'll run a draw. Decent pickup right about to the 29-yard line.
Ferragalli's had a couple success games, but obviously coming off a tough week at Penn Charter, 4 INTs. And he's looking for a bounce-back game here. We'll see if he gets it. This Friar defense, though, it's no pushover. We got some really good players on the defensive side of the ball.
Player to watch is Stevie Smith at safety, number 6. He's been excellent all year.
Could not have said it better myself. That was a great call right there, partner. He is a player to watch indeed.
Lots of players in the backfield. To draw again. And he has room. Taken down by Will Simmons.
That's running back Stephen Cobb, number 2 for the Fords there. Wide receiver and DB, both sides of the ball. Fords, one thing you notice here, it's a lot of communication from the sidelines. It's a lot of pre-snap, look at the sidelines, calling in other signs.
Two in the backfield again. Takes the snap. Another play, another draw. And he's taken down. Player to watch, Will Simmons. Number 9, 33 solo tackles on the year. What do you think about that, Ryan?
I mean, what do we like to say last week? He brings the thunder. Every time he makes a tackle, he's getting up, hyping everybody up, making sure everybody knows he just made that tackle. He puts you on the ground. Will Simmons, I love him as a player.
He has over double the amount of solo tackles as the next player.
Wow.
Max Motorig with 16 solo tackles.
That's unbelievable.
Cornerstone of this defense. Four out wide. Another run play. He's going to get about 5 yards.
Look at Will Simmons. There he is. Bodying up on the O-line. And Jeff Carroll, as we like to say, that must have been a heck of a halftime speech because they came out firing. I can assume the walls were being shaken in the locker room.
Here we go, 3rd and medium. Haverford needs about 5 or 6 yards to get the first down. 4 receivers out wide. He takes the snap. He's going to throw it, number 23. He's got the first down and more. Good hit from Will Simmons.
Ford's here looking to control pace and run a steady drive. I don't know if it's going to happen for him, Will, though. We'll see.
What I saw there is blown up zone coverage. I mean, Max Motorig, you could see him take his zone, got beat across the middle on a slant route.
And the Friars have been in the backfield the whole day. They've been in Farragalley's face the entire game, so hopefully that trend continues.
Takes the snap, rolls out.
There we go.
Oh, fumble! Fumble! Jackson Ford strips him, picks it up. Oh! Touchdown Friars!
Jay Ford, he done it again. Scoop and score. Thank you very much. Right to the bank. Jay Ford, what a play there.
This Malvern defense has been ruthless.
They
Second
are just
fumble
stifling.
of the game.
Wow. And we thought the life got taken out of him right after that Dylan Novak catch. The life has been taken out of the Ford student section now. There is nothing over there.
As we can hear the opposite, Malvern student section.
The boys are firing down there. We're buzzing. Late substitution there for the Fords.
Ian Gopez goes again. It's no good. It was tipped.
In the bigger game of life, well, I don't think that one's going to matter too much here.
27-11 Malvern. Going into the second half.
That's not the trend we saw going into half.
14-11.
I'm loving
Malvern
it right now.
has put up 13 unanswered points.
Wow.
In less than a half or less than a quarter of football.
Should keep us up here for the 4th, huh? Lucky Charms here in the box.
Little bit of bad blood between Ian Gopez and Haverford. Ian transferred from Haverford last year, coming to Malvern.
Yeah, can I just hope iCameras didn't pick up that chant right there. But Gopez, obviously, he's got a chip on his shoulder coming into this one. Ex-Ford, but he's been a heck of a kicker for us. Multiple SEC offers, so we certainly wish the best for him.
And that's a boot. That's going to be a touchback. No chance of a return there.
And partner, you know I love to touch on this every time I commentate. A lot of the sophomores come out of, obviously, you saw it in Will Simmons, hyping up on special teams, then moving into defense. You got guys like Joey Murphy and Seth Pellicciati, Raheem Robinson, busting their butt on special teams because they're going to be the next guys coming up. So we notice a trend in our rising stars here. And you got to love the hustle out there. You got to love it.
When you lose seniors every year, that's what's brutal about high school football.
It is.
You lose your best players, but the thing about Malvern is sophomores going into the junior class, they step up. Players like Naeem Hammond, Stevie Smith, Jack Schuster, Will Simmons all stepped up into their junior year this year and have played pivotal roles in the offense and defense.
Marcus Jones double teamed here.
Throws it. It's caught, but he's taken down hard. Number 23, Joe Rosano with the tackle. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, 27-11 Malvern. Takes the snap. It's a draw play, and it is blown
Stuffed
up
by that Friars dealer on right there. Naeem Hammond early in the backfield. Man, Naeem Hammond, partner, he's like a hungry junkyard dog. I mean, he just sees ball and he goes right for it every time.
Jackson Ford having an excellent game. Strip sack and a touchdown. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Max Morig and Cade Cooper doubling Marcus Jones. A little bit overthrown. Tried to get a one-hand snag.
A little bit was generous there. That was way overthrown. We got a hurt Ford here on the sidelines.
Think it's just a cramp, which is good.
I'm glad you bring up Jackson Ford, by the way, partner. I caught up with him earlier this week on, obviously, James Franklin, the sad news, getting let go at Penn State. And I was like, Jackson, where's your head at? He's like, I'm not really sure yet. He's kind of figuring things out with a new coach and everything. But we wish him the best because it's exemplary to get how many letters and how many offers he's gotten. So, interesting there for the fans of the Friars. Jackson Ford, possible Penn State commit.
He's got plenty of offers. I'm
Yes,
not worried
he
about
does.
him. Many D1 offers.
Plenty to choose from there.
Any scout just saw that strip sack and the touchdown. He's like, we want him on our team.
All day.
Haverford coming to punt here. Having a hard time getting the offense going with Zach Farragalli. Stevie Smith back to return.
Woo!
It's going to bounce at the 40. An excellent punt. That'll give Malvern the ball at around the 23 or 24 yard line.
Yeah, that was a boomer right there. And partner, I mean, you look at the clock, 6:05 left in the third. You're up by a good 2 scores. This is where you put them away right here. This could be the drive to kind of put the nail in the coffin.
I think we don't want to get too happy. We don't want to chuck something down the field. We just want a slow, steady drive that'll take this to the end of the third quarter and possibly put some more points on the board.
Right you are, partner. Zeke Bates, partner, look at that. Out wide.
It's a pretty rare occurrence having Zeke Bates out wide, but let's see what he can do.
I think it's interesting, honestly. No back in the field here.
Jack Schuster. Danny Riley has the ball. Cuts in. That's a first down. Pick up about 13 yards.
It's not the third time I'm noticing that play, and I love that play call more and more every time we do it. Let's keep repping it, honestly. DR is very elusive, and he's just been doing it all game.
If I'm Haverford there, I'm thinking it's a pass. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to guard for the pass, but even with no running back in the backfield, they still find out a way to pitch it. Jackson Malconian to Danny Riley again. He's going. He's got another first down.
DR is a force out there, ladies and gentlemen. Watch that steam train coming down the tracks.
Good block from Jack Schuster at wide receiver.
And you can see DR, obviously he doesn't lacrosse field. You can see where it translates. When he gets that ball, he just sees eyes downfield right to the goal, or in this case, right to the end zone in football. Partner, not a common theme here. Not a lot of Cade Coop this game. A lot of DR.
Excellent game last week.
Unbelievable.
He hasn't gotten the ball very much. I mean, obviously the unfortunate tip pass into an interception, but Danny Riley motioning. They'll give it to Zeke Bates. He's got room to run.
Oh,
Almost breaks free.
Goodness Mary. That was a shoelace tackle away from a touchdown.
Carry of about 7 yards. Dylan Novak with that touchdown earlier. He's more known for blocking in his defense, but he can still catch the ball. Standing at well over 6'3".
Every now and then they surprise you, those tight ends.
Cade Cooper, single coverage.
Partner. He's also, look at the height advantage there.
They'll run it again. Zeke Bates has got a little bit of room. He's going to get about 7 yards again with forward progress.
Zeke Bates, I tell you what, you watch him in the gym, by the way. If you go in there, he's lifting. He is a mammoth. Oh, my gosh. That guy lifts a lot.
Will Simmons subbing into the offense here. Will Simmons playing sub fullback at some point.
I love it. He's the most aggressive guy on the team.
That's what he's going to play here.
Cam Scottaboo comp, Will Simmons.
Jackson takes it. He's throwing it. Cade Cooper.
Who came down with that? Is that a pick or a touchdown? Oh, no, partner. What's going on here? Oh.
And they're going to call. Oh, it's a flag.
Daunting.
That's an unfortunate sight. Looked like Cade Cooper came down with the ball, but just had it taken away.
Yeah, that was a lot of confusion there. I didn't even know what was going on. And then next thing you know, that guy got up with the ball. Christian Joachim there with the pick. He's a 2027 going nuts in the end zone, but I believe that's a taunting penalty. Can't do that. Come to our house tossing your hands in the air. Not so fast, my friend.
One pattern I've seen this game is turnovers.
Yes.
Turnovers upon turnovers upon turnovers. That is Jackson Malconian's third INT of the game. 2 fumbles this game. They need to be more disciplined on both ends.
I agree. That's not a common theme for him.
Takes it, and he's brought down hard. Yeah, as you were saying, Jackson Malconian, an excellent pocket passer, and he can be, at some points, a dual threat. But usually he doesn't turn the ball over very much, but it seems like today he's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, and Jackson normally a guy who makes a lot of plays, but is very conservative with the ball. He knows the game really well. He's not just a playmaker. He's very good IQ with the ball as well. But today we've just seen a non-common theme. But honestly, he's thrown it up. He's given his guys a chance to make plays. So some of them you got to brush off the shoulder and say, you know what, that's my starting quarterback. Let's let him go out there and make plays.
Here we go, snaps it. It's a pass. Throw a screen pass. Number 21.
It's Danny Getz there, number 21.
Look at the size difference between Max Morig and him.
You beat me to it there, partner. That guy. Whew.
Haverford student section. Getting a little bit of energy now. That's not what Malvern needs. We need to retain the momentum and keep Haverford quieted down. Haven't seen a whole lot of George Parkinson this game.
Are you reading my mind? I was about to say the same exact thing. George Parkinson coming off the edge. Haverford has a decent left tackle, very big in size, but Parkinson, I think he's going to get a sack.
Snaps. He's going to throw it again, and tipped! Knocked down! It's just more and more and more for Jackson Ford.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Hopefully he's got some scouts watching this game.
Call me crazy, but a little bit of Micah Parsons out there possibly for Ford. He's everywhere right now.
It's got to be tough for this quarterback. I mean, you got George Parkinson on one end, Jackson Ford on the other. If they don't beat you by strength, they can beat you by speed too.
Not to mention the student section, by the way, beating down on number 6, Zach Farragalli a little bit. I mean, now we bring the biggest atmosphere, I think, in the Interac, honestly. The brotherhood, we never stop.
It's another punt, Naeem.
Oh,
a horrible punt. Will Simmons knocks someone to the ground. Wow. That's got to be upsetting for Haverford. That is not what you need right now.
That is not what you need at all. And, partner, this is where I believe the nail is going to go in the coffin right here. 2 minutes left, third quarter. Yeah, here it comes. Cade Cooper already out there, quick.
He's ready. Jackson Malcody's just got to stay calm here. Drive the ball. He's almost already in the red zone. Just got to put some more points on the board for the dagger of the game. Danny Riley in motion. We saw this play before. Zeke Bates dancing. And he's still going. Still going. Down to the 5-yard line.
Zeke Bates, my word. Oh, my gosh. Marshawn Lynch or Zeke Bates. Unbelievable there by Bates. Shedding multiple tackles on his way to the end zone. Not getting in, down at about the 4-yard line, I believe.
6 foot, 215 pounds. That is Saquon Barkley.
I wasn't lying when I told you. I wasn't lying. That guy in the squat rack, it's wow.
Jack Schuster and Cade Cooper out wide. Zeke Bates, they give it to him again. Sheds a tackle.
He's still not down.
Still a positive gain from Malvern. Not the touchdown they were hoping for, but hey, as long as it goes forward.
Got an injured forward here. I believe that's number 78, Brennan Apple.
I see a little frustration from Cade Cooper here.
What are they putting in the water there? A lot of cramps for the forwards today. Oh, man. You don't like to see this.
Never good to see.
Never good.
He looks to be okay. Good sight. Key player for Haverford right there.
Honestly, he's been in the backfield as much as anybody at Haverford has been. I mean, not a lot of backfield shedding, but Brennan Apple is he's been back there a little bit.
Here we go. Will Simmons in sub fullback again.
I love it. I really just love it. Watch Simmons put a hat on a hat here. I guarantee he knocks somebody over. Bet your bottom dollar on it.
Jackson takes the snap, gives it to Will Simmons. He's going to push through. What
Simmons,
will they
did he break
say?
the plane? Refs coming together.
What will they say? No touchdown.
Wow.
On the 1-yard line. Will they give it to him again?
You know what the Birds would do? Tush push.
Most unstoppable play in the NFL.
I would agree with that. I'd say give it to Will Simmons, honestly. Let him go right up the gut.
I think that's what Haverford's expecting. Look at how many people are in the
Wow.
box. Only one player outside.
Boom.
And they do.
Come on, Will, get in.
What's the call? No sign yet.
Wow.
Calling it at the 1-yard line again.
Is that the 1 or is that the half? I mean, this is insane.
4th down. It's 3rd time the charm. Looks like the Eagles here against the Giants. Just tush push, tush push, tush push.
I love it. If you're the forwards, we're going to go to the 3rd quarter, but this is your last stand opportunity for the forwards here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ending too soon. Sometimes good things come to an end. Me and Will signing off here in the 3rd quarter, handing you back to Tommy Onderdonk and Dylan Colvin, your senior commentators. And it's been a pleasure. As always, Will, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Rocky.
And me and Tommy are back in the booth, hype and ready for the 4th quarter.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy
that
Rock here with Dylan Colvin.
Oh, okay.
What a game. What a second half, really.
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe it's our fault. The offense wasn't clicking too much while we were in the booth. We get out of the booth, and Jackson Ford decides to become prime Lawrence Taylor, prime. I mean, literally anyone you could compare him to. So maybe it's our fault as Malvern tries to punch it in.
Back to the game here. Friars 4th and goal from about the half-inch yard line. And they're in the power formation, gives it to Bates, gets upfield, and that's going to be it.
There we go.
Friars punching in Zeke Bates with the score. And in our time of absence, Ian Gopez with his first mixed kick of the year.
Yeah, a little block, but does that go towards miss?
I believe it does, though.
As the Malvern student section yells, gives 5 big booms. Lopez getting back where he left. Now the Friars starting to run away with this one, 34-11. Tommy, you know who's really impressed me today? Number 58, Matt Crawford. Really impressed me today. Really shocked with his performance. He's been really solid today.
Yeah, just had his first start of the season last week against Germantown Academy. Played well.
Mm-hmm.
He's really an athletic kid. He's going to Richmond to play lacrosse.
Yeah.
He's got quick feet. He can really get outside of those screens and those counters and those reverses. And they really like using him as a pulling guard because they're using his athleticism a little bit lighter than the typical offensive guard.
Mm-hmm.
But they use that well. Coach Carrera uses his size to his advantage, really, and he uses him in space, and it's definitely been a positive for the Friars.
But you want to know the best part of his game, in my opinion? It's his leadership. He's always hyped up. He's always, backing someone up if they make a mistake. His mouth's always moving, as they say. So really proud of him for his performance. Another Crawford fan is very proud.
34-11 as Gopez kicks it deep and through the back of the end zone, as always.
Unfortunately, we missed the onside kick. I really would have loved the commentator.
Yeah, I mean, the Friars started off with a great play in the first half.
Yeah.
And it catches Haverford's special teams by surprise with a little bit of a spot kick to about the 30-yard line. Gopez makes it stop on a dime.
Yeah, that was just...
And Dennis Gibson with the recovery.
I mean, that's your average golf shot. My average golf shot, not yours. Stopping on a dime and spinning backwards.
3 wide receivers out to the right. 1 to the left. Out in the backfield, Farragalli takes the snap. Gets upfield. Breaks a few tackles as he is brought down after about a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, Haverford's going to need a lot of these explosive plays if they're going to score 23 points in a quarter. It's going to be really tough. They might not even get 3 possessions this quarter. They've really just got to lock it in and not waste any time and be really urgent.
I see head coach Paul Romanczyk of the basketball team passing us just down below. Looking forward to the basketball season coming up in about a month or so.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Should be very exciting. As it's sent Richatelli in motion. Handoff up the middle. Makes a man miss as Hammond touched him in the backfield, allowing for, looks like the front 7 to do their job as Malvern gets a stop at the line of scrimmage.
Now you want to know why I'm really excited for basketball?
The line of scrimmage.
I see, I'm scrolling on Instagram that I see Logan Trabowski's story. Click on that. Number 2nd rated player in the state. So he's going to be a star. He's going to be a star this year. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch him. And hopefully, we see him hit a few threes against Haverford. You never know.
Again, stay tuned for post-game interview, hopefully, with Coach Dave Guerrera as Verrigali looks across the middle.
Oh.
Almost finds Jones in a bit of a dig route there as really a great route, just a little bit of a miscommunication with the throw and catch, as that's going to force a 4th and 2 and the Haverford School punting unit to come out onto the field.
Well, I'm going to be honest, I'm surprised that the Haverford unit's come back on the field. After the last punt that went, maybe 10 yards, you're down by 20 with 10 minutes left in the game. You have no time to waste. A short play, this 4th and 2, I don't know why you're not going for it, to be honest.
I'm wondering maybe a bit of a fake here, possible.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, cause
possible timeout late in the play clock.
I just don't get this.
But yeah, with how confident you are on your special teams unit, I'm surprised that they are punting this. And Malvern Prep defense looks like they're prepared for a fake.
Yep.
As no, they are going to punt it. A little bit better contact this time. Bit of a side punt to about the 50-yard line.
I really just don't get that play call in the slightest. I mean, you're down by 3 possessions with 10 minutes left, and you're deciding to punt the ball away into Malvern's hands when, for example, obviously, we're not in the NFL, but last year, the Steelers and the Eagles, Eagles were up by 7 and with the ball 10 minutes left, get the ball for the rest of the game. A 10-minute drive. So I just don't really get this call in the slightest. You got to be really urgent, and that's just not, punting the ball is just not urgent.
Malconian looking to drown out as much clock as they can on this drive. Up by 23 points. 2 wide receivers to the left. Malconian takes the snap. Double handoff to Riley as Haverford sniffs it out well.
Honestly, his stat line might not show it, but Jackson Malconian is having a solid game here. Yes, you have the picks at the same time, but I mean, he's staying under he's staying under pressure. He's giving the right balls out. One of the picks wasn't his fault. I just think he's doing a fantastic job being a senior leader at this point.
Tackle made there by St. Agnes football alum Max Powers.
Wow, that's a nice plug.
Second and 10 from the 50-yard line. Another run to Bates to the outside. Tries to get upfield. Stiff arms a man for a short gain of 2. Haverford does their job getting the man out of bounds, but unfortunately on tape doesn't look as good as it seems on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
Third and 9 from the 49. As Bus Johnson gives a snap to Malconian. Malconian steps him in the pocket, scrambles out left, almost finds Dan Riley as he was pressured on the play by Jones and Lazowski.
First punt of the day for the Friars coming up.
As this is what Gopez is known for.
Yeah, we always talk about how great of a kicker he is. He's an even better punter.
Jones to return the punt for the Haverford school. As snap by Nick Riley's good. Gopez puts foot to ball, and it's going to be about a 35-yard kick from the line of scrimmage. About a 48-yard kick from where Gopez was lined up.
Tommy, you bringing up St. Agnes just now reminded me on why. Do you want to hear the story on why I quit football? Why?
Let's hear it, Dylan.
So, we're getting ready for the St. Agnes game, and, it's the Friday practice. Our coach brings us in. He says, yo, I was at the local Acme. I saw a St. Agnes parent, and he started talking crap on us. Like, that should be personal. So I thought to myself, why is someone who lives in Westchester at the local Aston Acme? Like, what? So at that point, I was like, yeah, this isn't for me, and I decided to hang it up.
Vergali takes the snap. Finds a man, Rosano picked off. He's running it back. And that's going to be a pick 6, number 23, Joe Rosano. First pick 6 of his career.
Wow.
As the Friars extend their lead.
And that is the nail in the coffin.
Rosano sniffs out the play, and he is hype. Well deserved after a great performance all today by him.
Read it like a book. Read it like a book, Tommy.
Malvern eclipses the 40-point level. As Gopez is going to go out for the PAT. Good hold, good snap, and great kick through the uprights. As this Haverford team looks enervated.
You know, I gotta give credit to the Haverford student section. They're down by 30, and they're still, you know, very, very energetic.
Nine minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Friars up 30 on homecoming against the Haverford School Forwards. Gopez sends it deep, and that is a far kick.
Wow, he has got an absolute boot. An absolute boot.
Looks like gonna rotate some guys in on defense. See Chris Guadalupe, Connor Love, Danny Bonner in there. Sam Coupon in at linebacker. Number 40 is going to Dickinson next year. Secondary stays the same.
I believe that we will win chant by the Haverford student section down by 30. That's interesting.
As Fairguy hands it off to Cobb, and he is surrounded by guys. Looks like Chris Guadalupe in on the tackle there. Number 78. As Jackson Ford subbed out, number 65, Connor Murray. As Haverford's got an injured player. Brennan Apple looks like he went down with a cramp. Hopefully he's okay.
We've been lucky, you know, no injuries, no really bad injuries today. Joey Suker was injured at the start of the game, but I believe he's A-okay now. So
Bates came into the game with a little bit of injury on his lower half.
I did hear about that.
And he's been able to play through it, really. He's gotten a lot of touches. Definitely been successful.
Yeah, I expect that from him. You know,
Got in the end zone a few times.
That tough of a player. It's expected, to be honest. Tom, you excited for homecoming tonight? You excited?
Looks like Apple's going to be able to get off the field. I am, Dylan. I'm excited. Senior year homecoming, always a great thing.
Should be a lot of fun.
Definitely looking forward to hanging out in the O'Neill Center. Hopefully looking forward to seeing some good faculty, too.
Hopefully, yeah. You know, can't wait. Should be a lot of fun. Student council always does their job with homecoming. They've had a great year, too. Really proud of them.
Shout out to the Villa cheerleading squad.
Always here.
Always bring the energy, always here. And they're definitely a pivotal force behind our success on the football field.
The 12th man is what we call them, actually.
Fairguy, take the snap. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Hand off to Cobb as go back in the hole. And just a perfect form tackle, head up. Left leg to the body as Novak delivers the boom.
And he's
took a hit on that one.
Wow, that is
6'4", Notre Dame commit.
No joke. Not someone I want to meet in the hole, I'll be honest. A great guy, too. Just a great guy.
Drew Waterfield subs into the game, as does Luke Capaldi, playing cornerback on our close side. 3rd and 7 from Haverford's 22. Haverford looking for some life, really.
Yeah, they need
as
something.
Fairguy looks to the outside, finds a man in the flat,
Good
and
tackle.
great tackle by Drew Waterfield there, as they're going to force 4th and 1.
Tommy, do you think we've seen the last of Jackson McConey today?
We might have, I think.
And another punt from Haverford. Not what I expected. I guess he's officially waving the white flag. Can't say I expected that.
I think Malconian will step out on the field again, not seeing any quarterbacks warming up on the sideline. I think they'll give him one more drive, senior year homecoming.
It's true.
Let him enjoy it.
I do see
possibly with
Braden
some new
Fallon, though.
personnel.
I do see Braden Fallon near the huddle, so maybe.
Stevie Smith to return the punt here. Lesowski to punt it off, and it's going to be a good snap. Going to get the punt off in time, and a deep
Booming
punt.
punt.
And Smith's going to fair catch it about the 42. Great punt there
Yeah.
by Lesowski. It's going to be about a 45-yard punt. He really got all of that one.
And also, the halftime interview, you know, was a little spotty. We want to apologize for the technical difficulties, as well as thank our viewers for for tuning in today. Always a pleasure to give you guys Malvern Sports. We have one more game, Penn Charter, and then we're on the basketball. So, can't wait.
5 wide set for Malvern here on first down. You usually see a lot of motions to a run out of this formation as Malconi takes a snap, hands it off to Schuster, and Schuster's going to try to get to the outside. Great tackle. Great fill there as Simeon Cobb sheds a block and stops Schuster from getting more than 1 yard. Got to shout out the Malvern Prep O-line, really doing their job today. Has had guys step up, had guys rely on the veterans.
Yeah, they've
really
been great today.
Really great game by them.
Fantastic today. Really impressive.
Inside run to Bates. Bates finds a hole, jets up the gap. He's going to break free. He's down to the 30. Can he break another tackle?
Ooh.
As gets contact from both sides. Looks like there's a man down where contact happened, and a great 40-yard run by the Minnesota commit. Simeon Cobb delivered the blow to Bates, and looks like he's down. Hopefully he can get up quickly.
You know what that reminds me of? Kind of, you know, clips of, you ever seen like Zion Williamson, like someone would take a charge on Zion Williamson? Kind of reminds me of that, you know. You get the job done, but at what cost?
Yeah, definitely taking a toll on your body if you're trying to take down Bates.
Hopefully he gets up. It's a good sign. It's starting to sit back up, hopefully.
Looks like he took a hit to the midsection, maybe.
Yeah.
Got the wind knocked out of him, hopefully.
Yeah, Zeke fell awkwardly, and I
serious.
think he hit in the midsection. There we go. Walking on his own power. It's really good to see.
Curtis Leopold subs in for the Friars.
You know, I
Senior running back.
I wanted to mention his name, but I wasn't sure if you were going to see him today. I'm really happy to see him.
5 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the game. Malconi takes a snap. Fake run to Curtis Leopold as Dan Riley tries to break a tackle.
Good ankle tackle.
Cannot.
Nearing 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This will most likely be Malvern's final offensive drive, or maybe their last one will just be kneeing it. And Malvern will take home the win. Move to 2-0 in the Interac. Haverford 0-2 in the Interac. Not the start you really want, but someone's got to play the spoiler.
Gibson and Cooper on the outside and inside.
That's a dangerous duo.
As going to give the ball to Leopold. Leopold finds a hole, gets upfield. Great 9-yard burst by the senior running back.
Yeah.
To get a Friars first down.
Now, is Kurt Leopold Stable Academy? He is. I expect that. Stable Academy, the premier running back training program in the Southeast Pennsylvania. If you're looking for if you need a running back coach or just training drills, please hit up Stable Academy on Instagram. Really impressed with all their products.
Motion by Riley in the backfield. Another handoff to Leopold as he's fighting for yards. Going to get a positive gain, about 2 yards.
Second and goal, ball spotted at the Haverford School 6-yard line.
Personnel change for the Friars. Going to send out their 4 wide receiver look.
Number 6, Stevie Smith. Number 7, Luke Lamb.
Second and goal from the 7-yard line. Chain sticks are down as Leopold's going to find a burst. Gets upfield. That's going to be a touchdown. Curtis Leopold finds it back in the end zone. Great job by him finding the hole and capitalizing on the great blocking by the O-line.
Now, I got to bring it up. You know, it's gotten pretty hot. I don't know how the Haverford student section's keeping that Peaky Blinders outfit on. You know, they got a long trench coat. They've got to be dying over there.
Just under 3 minutes left to go in the game. Gopez makes it 42-11, and a dominating performance so far by the Friars.
I believe it'll be 48-11. I don't think they adjusted the scoreboard just yet. I believe it's going to be 48.
Gopez's extra point is good.
Yeah, 48-11.
Haverford School 11.
As the Malvern student section making their exit, they've made their presence known, and they are...
Got to get ready for the dance tonight.
Yep. And I see Cash Ogborn under the offensive 10. Is he allowed on the field? He's got a headset on. He just high-fived all the linemen and then hopped over the fence.
And Keegan stepping in for Gopez to kick off the ball. Great kick by him. Gets the Haverford returner off balance, and Drew Waterfield running downfield, make this tackle. Great kick. Jack Keegan with a 50-yard kick.
Don't forget, you know, yeah, it's a blowout, but we got a very important interview coming on in about 5 minutes. So stay tuned for Tommy and Coach G.
Looking forward to hearing G's perspective on the game, how they came back after a rough first half, and just
a 34-point half.
What Malvern's culture looks like after this game. Fairgalley still in the game, hands it off of middle as makes the guy miss, tries to get to the outside, and Brad Hardy with a great tackle wraps up well on the outside, forces only a 2-yard gain. Hardy coming off of an unfortunate injury in the early to mid part of the season. Glad to see him out there making plays.
Tackle made by Brad Hardy.
I mean, 34 unanswered points from the Malvern Prep Friars. Really impressive stuff here. Woke up after the second half.
Run up the middle, gets the first down. Great job fighting for yards. Just under a minute and 20 seconds left to go in the game. See Max Bonner, Eric Waterfield coming in the game, along with Connor Murray.
Slack on the carry.
It's 28. Slack has really been turning those legs. Gets a Haverford first down.
And this may be the last play. No, maybe second last play of the game. Overall, great performance from Malvern. Great second half performance. Really impressed.
Fairgalley motions as Slackta gets the handoff, tries to get upfield, gets about 4 yards. Great job by the Haverford running back to get 3 straight plays of positive yardage. Number 29, Stefano Pellicciata in on the tackle.
Now looking forward for the Friars. Big game next weekend against Episcopal Friday night at their place. Should be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that.
And depending on if Haverford's going to run a play or not, that looks like that is going to send us to the end of the game. Friars going to win 48-11 over the Haverford School Forwards here on Warren Avenue. And looking forward getting down there,
Stay
speaking
tuned.
to Coach G
Stay tuned.
in just a few. And we want to thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you in a bit. Head coach, Malvern Prep football, Dave Guerrera. Just a quick question. Coach, after such a slow start and a bit of a rough first half, what would you say to your guys in the locker room? Just how proud are you after such a dominant second half, and how does that speak to the culture of your team that you got here?
Super proud. I am, I think at halftime, what we talked about was we were making mistakes. We were beating ourselves and keeping them in the game. And what I said at halftime, it was actually from Father Bill's homily. And really what it was about was staying together. Because when adversity hits and maybe you're not playing your best game, sometimes guys can kind of go their own way and not come together. And my message was stay together, just like we have all year. We've dealt with adversity before. And I think Trey Gibson, recovering that opening kick fumble, it was the catalyst we needed. And then Dylan Novak catching a touchdown on the very next play. I feel like, the air, I feel like the air came out on the other side, and for us, we were like, okay, we're back, So.
Yeah, I mean, you guys play with such passion, you coach with such passion. Just why do you coach? Why do you try to be so successful in such a competitive league and such a competitive sport? Why do you guys do what you do?
It's a good question. I mean, I do it because I love, there's so many things I love. I love this game. I love these kids. It's for them, really. Like, they work so hard and they want to be great, and I want to be the person that helps them be great. So really, it's a couple of things, but it's really them. It's the boys. The boys bring it out of me. That's why I've been coaching for 25 years is the boys, but it's special here at Malvern. These boys are special, and when you're around them and you work with them, and they work so hard and they're so committed to the goals that it helps you as a coach, and then you coach harder and you coach with more passion. So I attribute it to the boys.
We want to thank you, Coach, for taking time to talk to us. We want to thank everybody for watching us, coming out for a great game, and congratulations to the Malvern Prep football team on a dominant win. And we're looking next week to Episcopal. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.